Kentucky Secretary of State Allison Grimes made a visit to Murray State for a roundtable discussion on how to improve civic health. Olivia Medovich caught up with Secretary Grimes to discuss civic education and engagement among citizens.
Secretary, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for being on our show.
Well, thank you, Olivia, for having me. This is a great day. It's great to be back in the western part of the state in Callaway County here at Murray State to talk about something that is very important to me, to our office, and to the state. That's our statewide initiative, our Civic Health Index, to try to bridge the gaps that we're seeing in the declining health of Kentucky's overall civic health.
Now, as far as your Civic Health Index goes, why come to Murray State today?
Well, Murray has, not only is this a great campus to be a part of, but there's some great things that are going right here. There's, I think, some trends that we can hopefully capitalize on and spread across the state. What we have seen in our Civic Health Index, it's the first of its kind that was launched this year, is that we're doing great in some areas in terms of, for instance, political involvement, people registering to vote, turning out. Murray State actually did some great initiatives this year in turning out their students. We're going to discuss those here today with many of the campus officials that are here, as well as the students. But we can use some improvement, especially in terms of community engagement, and we're here to bring all new faces to the table, from your elected officials to your community leaders to the students, to get their input and feedback on how we can make sure that we turn this trend around and reverse it so that our civic health is at the top of the charts in all areas in terms of political involvement, social connectedness, and especially community activism and engagement.
And what is your hope for the outcome of this index?
Well, my hope is after this statewide initiative, this is the 5th of 15 stops, that we will have some great recommendations that we can put forth on how we're going to bridge some of the gaps that we have seen in terms of where Kentucky ranks. For instance, volunteerism, charitable contributions. We are below the national average and actually one of the lower states in terms of our participation. Some suggestions that we can make to really make sure that we have all Kentuckians, no matter where you are in the state, no matter your education level, your salary level, feeling like they are a part of the public policy that's being shaped here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
And how would you tell Murray State students to get involved with this and help?
Well, I would say, first of all, that you've got a great student government association, a great head of the student government association that is involved in everything from what goes on here at this campus to outside this campus and across this state, and to make sure to reach out and watch what's going on. Especially, first and foremost, you can do that by registering to vote and having your voice heard. Many of the political pundits bet against the youth, not only here in Kentucky, but across the nation in terms of their participation in our 2012 election. I did not. I have seen them in my office. I've seen them starting businesses and starting charities to do great things for their communities, this state, this nation. I bet on them. I think that I'm not so far removed from where they are sitting now, and this past election results actually showed that they increased their political participation. So we need to continue in that trend, and they can only do that by registering to vote and then translating that into participation on Election Day, staying engaged not only with the political process, but then also at the community level and reaching out and helping others, because that's what this is about. We've got to make this world a better place.
Absolutely. Now, you said this was your 5th stop along the way.
It sure is.
So can you tell me maybe some ideas that have come out of some of your other stops that?
Well, it depends obviously on the area that you're talking about. For instance, when you're talking about political involvement, we have broached such topics as access to the ballot box, and here in Kentucky we only have absentee voting with an excuse. We've heard many people say that they would like to have absentee voting without an excuse, and how that could increase individuals' ability to make sure that their voice is heard on Election Day. When you're talking about community involvement, it's come to our attention that there's no statewide database to help connect individuals from Callaway all the way over to Pike County in terms of what's going on and what activities they're working on. And so we are most likely, as a recommendation that's going to come out of this, work to facilitate and create, especially in the Secretary of State's office, a database so that individuals can actually communicate with one another across the Commonwealth in terms of community engagement.
Well, Secretary Grimes, we look forward to all the positive things that are going to come out of this index. And thank you so much for coming to Murray State today. We're so happy to have you here.
Glad to be here. Thank you, Olivia, very much.
Thank you.